Welcome to episode 3 of Ask an Attorney Anything. This question comes from Robert in Lehigh Acres, Florida. The question is, Steve, what do I need to know to start my own business? Well, Robert, that's an excellent question. And what we often see is in times of economic despair, that generally breeds ingenuity. Oftentimes, when folks lose their job, that's the time when they can finally live out their dream of being an entrepreneur and starting their own business. Now, before we get into the legal mechanics of starting your own business, I need to provide the following disclaimer. This video is purely for educational purposes. This does not constitute legal advice by the Wallace Law Group or Steven E. Wallace. Okay, so one of the first things that you need to decide when you start your own business is what type of entity you want to form. And generally, they're very common types of entities you hear are corporations, sole proprietorships, partnerships, limited liability companies. Well, the most important choice of entity in Florida when you start your own business is a limited liability company because it has the best of both worlds. It provides liability protection for you, just like a corporation, and it also provides some tax benefits like a partnership. Now, a lot of this is driven on a couple different things. One is tax. It's oftentimes tax driven, so that's why we recommend a limited liability company. And now the next driver is whether or not you're looking to raise outside capital for your business. And there are some benefits if you are seeking outside investors, that a C corp or another type of corporation may be the way, the choice that you may want to pursue, because when you're looking to obtain financing, generally outside investors are more comfortable with the corporate structure. But we'll save the in-depth inner workings of what type of entity to choose in a later episode of Ask an Attorney Anything. Now, the next concern that you have to have is whether or not the business that you're starting is a regulated business, meaning that do you need a special license to operate your business? Like, for example, myself being an attorney, you can't practice law in the state of Florida without being a member of the Florida Bar. And it's the same thing if you're a real estate agent, if you're an architect, other professions, or in certain other professions, you need some federal government license, like a Department of Agricultural license, a state agricultural license, a Department of Transportation license. So that's the next thing that you need to decide is, do I need a specific license to operate my business? The next determination is what channels you are going to derive revenue from. Meaning, are you going to be a traditional brick and mortar type of business, or as we're seeing more and more now, are you an online business? Obviously, if you're an online business, then you need to have somebody develop your website, your social media accounts, and your Instagram account, your YouTube account, just so that you have different channels to promote your business. And then the next concern would be, do you need an office, or are you going to be a home-based business? And oftentimes there are, depending upon which area you're operating your business, there may be some restrictions on operating your business. I know that a lot where I practice in Palm Beach County, you do need an occupational license for many of the professions. And so kind of following that guidelines, the next concern you have to have is, assuming that you're going to have a traditional office or retail store, you have to make sure the location that you're choosing complies with zoning laws, and then you have to get the different permissions from the municipalities. Like, for example, my office is in the city of Boynton Beach, so I need a city of Boynton Beach occupational license, I need a fire inspection, and then I need zoning approval. My office is located in a professional office building, so my, most of the requirements from the city of Boynton Beach are met just by the location of my business. So this is just a short episode on the different requirements that you're going to need when you start your own business. As you can see, it's not for the wary, and it's always good to have, the most important thing is you always want to have a good business attorney. We represent hundreds of small businesses throughout the country, and it's also very important to have a very good accountant to help you. And generally, you want to put those two folks as members of your team so that you accomplish all your goals. Well, I thank you again, and I look forward to speaking to you on future episodes of Ask an Attorney Anything. Please comment on any future questions or for episodes that we may have, and please subscribe to our channel above, and you can stay up to date on all of our episodes. Thank you so much. Be healthy, stay well, God bless.